Hi, this is Libby from Lucky Bean Tours in New Orleans. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. Here with our subtropical climate, it's a little bit hot right now, but the city is beautiful all the time. So today I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of New Orleans, but specifically we're going to look at the French Quarter. It's the oldest, most famous neighborhood right on the banks of the river. It is the spot where the French established their city back in 1718, on the same spot that Native Americans had been gathering for thousands of years that they called Bolbancha. Our first stop is always going to be Jackson Square, because the French Quarter is the heart of the city and Jackson Square is the heart of the French Quarter. It's a really vibrant, wonderful town center that always has artists and music, and you can take mule-drawn carriage rides every day of the year. The square itself is named after Andrew Jackson, who was the 7th president of the United States. He's on the $20 bill, but he was not from New Orleans. He was not born here. He didn't live here. In fact, I don't think they liked him here all that much. However, he was the American general during the War of 1812 who successfully led the charge stopping the British from occupying the city. Of course, part of the charm of Jackson Square is the buildings that flank it. This is the Presbytère, which at one time was a sort of a government building, but is now a state museum. And then, of course, the beautiful St. Louis Cathedral, which is still an active Catholic church. And on the other side of St. Louis Cathedral is the Cabildo, which is practically identical to the Presbytère and also a state museum. The iconic buildings that flank both sides of Jackson Square are called the Pontalba buildings, and they were built around 1850. No trip to New Orleans is complete without a stop at Café du Monde for traditional café au lait and beignets. Café au lait is our chicory coffee with boiled milk, and beignets is our fried dough with a lot of sugar piled on top. Here is the French market. It's not always decorated with a giant tomato. It's just that we're about to have the Creole Tomato Festival here next weekend. But all year round, it's a wonderful place to buy souvenirs. You can get your usual shot glasses and t-shirts and alligator heads and voodoo dolls, but you can also get some really nice things that local artists are making and lots of good food to eat. Even on a slow day like this, the French market is a great place to eat local food and buy souvenirs.
Whatever it takes, huh?
The building behind me is hard to see because it does have a big wall around it. But the reason why it has a wall around it is because it was originally a convent for the Ursuline nuns. We call it the Old Ursuline Convent, and they were a semi-cloistered order. It is, however, also the oldest building in the entire Mississippi Valley, not just New Orleans, not just the French Quarter. The original convent was built on this site in 1727, but it quickly fell to the ground and was replaced by this structure, which was completed in 1749. The adjoining church, which is beautiful, was a 19th century addition. Everyone should stroll Royal Street in the French Quarter for beautiful architecture, history, some great shops, boutiques, great restaurants. The cast iron, the wrought iron, the balconies, the galleries, the plants are all very, very iconic French Quarter elements. One of the great things about New Orleans is it's still a small town. So as I was walking to do some filming today, I ran into a friend and he invited me onto his balcony so that I could give y'all a shot of, yay, hi, of Royal Street. It's just beautiful, and it's still definitely a neighborhood. But because it's so popular with so many people, you actually will hear some really good music on this street, on Bourbon Street. Here I am amid the hustle and the bustle of Canal Street. Canal Street is a big, loud street that was considered the border between the Creole neighborhood, which was the French Quarter, and the Uptown neighborhood, which was the American sector after the Louisiana Purchase. For years, it was a really, really popular shopping district with all the downtown department stores. And now some of these old buildings exist, along with some big skyscrapers and a lot of hotels. Canal Street also serves as a main artery for the public transportation streetcar system. The downriver boundary of the French Quarter is quite different from Canal Street. It's this street, Esplanade, which is lined with these lovely Creole townhouses, and it's just beautiful and lush and green. On the other side of Esplanade Avenue is the Marigny, and then the Bywater, and then St. Roch, and then many, many more fantastic New Orleans neighborhoods to explore. But for today, thank you very much for walking around with me in the French Quarter. I had a great time showing you around, and maybe one day you can come and explore with me again, either virtually or in person. Thank you.